What's up, sillies? Hopefully y'all are having a good day, good night, whatever the hell it is. Alright, so I'm going to start doing some story times here, and this one's about me getting called on the cops for shooting, like, BB airsoft guns, some shit like that. I'm about to bring up a picture for you guys. One sec. Alright, I'm back again. So, something like this, and a mini... You guys have ever seen them? They're dual zombie hunters round, like, it looks like the Black Ops symbols round 7, or 12, but not the 12, it's like 10 rounds and 2. Alright? So, here's how I started. I walked in my backyard, I had a foam target outside, started shooting it, alright? The foam target itself. Alright? Then their kids started coming in the backyard. So, when I shoot at my target, it's like near their house, but it's still my backyard. I was shooting it, it was down low, it wasn't like a high target, meaning that I had a small backyard. And then now their kids start saying I'm shooting them. Alright? So, I literally yell at this guy, their dad, alright? And I popped off to his ass. And he said, oh yeah, right, okay. And then he said, I'm going to call the cops. And then his wife comes out saying, oh, what you going to do? And then he said, I'm going to call the cops on this little shit, alright? Then, I said, dude, I'm not scared. That's when he went into his house, told his wife, and all that shit. Alright? Cops come to my house. I'm like, oh shit, he actually did it. Alright? They asked me all this stuff. I said, no, I didn't do that. Because they asked me if I shot them. I said, no. And I said, I was shooting a target. So, I got a strike. 3 strikes, I get arrested. So I'm on my 2nd strike. I'll tell you guys the first strike after this, okay? Alright. So, then, this cop told me I'm not allowed to do anything that involves air. Well, in the air. So I'm not allowed to do... And I'm like, thinking in my head, like, really, bruh? So I can't do football, baseball, basketball, because basketballs do go in the air when you bounce on the ground. So what else am I supposed to do? Play video games or something? Even though I love playing video games, I play NBA 2K on my PS4. So, and then another thing I was thinking, I'm a boy, alright? There's a bunch of boy things that involve throwing stuff in the air. So I ain't gonna do no girl shit, like Barbies and shit like that. Alright? So, and then he leaves. And sometimes cops doesn't do things right. They like do some crazy shit. So like, when he left, I wasn't mean to him at all. Alright? I start thinking in my head, what did this dumbass dude tell this fucking cop? So, it's all the shit I was doing. Alright, my little brother was with me. Alright? Shooting his bow and arrow. Then he also gets a strike for that shit. So he's only got 1, I got 2. I think. Or I might just have 1, I don't know. So, he had a bow and arrow, like a little kid bow and arrow. Even though he's a little older. First, my story's over, by the way. First, he accidentally shot it outside, it hit in the neighbor's yard that I'm trying to be talking of. Once it told on me. Alright? Shot in his yard. and he just yelled at him. I was standing right there. I was about to yell back at his ass, but I didn't. He went back in. Alright. Next day, backyard. He shot the bow and arrow while I was shooting my airsoft. Sorry for the stop. Well, if there was a stop. So, when all that happened, he started shooting his bow and arrow. That's when the kids came out. Well, that's how the kids came out. They heard the noise because of their fence by accident. Broke a little of the fence. Alright? Then, later on, he yells at my brother. That's why I yelled at him. Then you see my guns. He's like, oh, you shooting at my fence? I said, no, I'm not. I'm shooting my target. I don't really have good aim, so I might be shooting it. Then, he started popping off to me first. Then I popped off back. I was like, bro, really, you gotta do this shit. And then, next day, well, like, 5 months after, I went over and apologized for nothing I fucking did. Alright? And then they still hate me. Now, at this day, their house is getting sold. Big for fucking big. God damn. Well, I'm happy. I want to have a fucking party when they move out. I don't give a fuck. Well, that's the end of this story. Hope y'all like it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe, like button, smack, punch, whatever the fuck you want to do to that like button. Just don't do no nasty shit. Subscribe button, same thing. Only one time though. And I hope y'all have a good day and night. Peace.